Good morning, and welcome to the Saturday morning ritual. It is just a joy to see you here this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, as we are settling in and we are all saying hello to each other, I have a question today. The question. So, the question of the day: where is everybody? Hello, everybody. Just said hello. Anyway. The question of the day is, what is it? Oh, the most dangerous activity you've ever done, like skateboarding or roller skating or I don't know, skydiving. Does that count? What is a dangerous activity that you have done? Let me know as we get started and we settle in. I want to welcome you all to Saturday morning ritual. Of course, Penny has decided she needs to sit on my lap because I'm talking, and I don't know why that's a thing. Anyway, let's get started with the Saturday morning ritual. All right.
Amazing. And we can be so much more than who we are. So much more than who we are. We can. Knee deep in while the world just falls apart. At the rise above it all. We can.
Yay, we can. We definitely can. I know we can. So the Saturday morning ritual, if you've been searching for a space to keep you accountable and committed to your goals and feel supported along the way, if you want to overcome your obstacles and your challenges to keep you from reaching your potential, I'm here to build a community of supportive, intentional, growth-minded women and men, if they so choose, to develop and hone your self-awareness. I believe self-awareness is so important to this. Celebrate your successes and grow from your challenges. This is the place for you, the Saturday morning ritual. So, again, it's your sanctuary to share successes, process failures, exchange insights, and kindle, everything to turn when you need guidance, ideas, a boost of motivation, a place to grow, celebrate the unique journey you're on and the person that you are becoming. So let's get started, because the first thing in the ritual is, what is it? It's the brain body connection. Are you guys, did you hear my question? What is the high risk activity that you have done? Have you done skateboarding or, rollerblading or skiing? What is it? What's a activity that you have done in your life that is, you might get hurt doing it? I'm just curious to know what kind of activities that you have done. We'll get into that in a little bit, but we're going to talk about movement, because movement is considered the human being's first language. It strengthens the neural pathways of the brain and the body, and it helps with learning and thought, creativity, and intelligence. Whenever we've got our blood flowing and our body moving, it helps in all of that. And there were some early birds in here this morning, and if they could have seen me, what I was doing at that moment in time, I was watching a live stream belly dancing class. So one of the things, we're just going to do that for our little brain body connection. So what they were doing was moving my chair out of the way. So really, you're just going to you stand, you can't see my feet so well, but you stand, and then you just kind of sweep your toe and you lift your leg, but close to you, and then sweep your toe and lift your leg close to you, and you kind of use your inner thigh to pull that leg up. So we're just going to do that for this 1 minute, just to get our brains and our bodies moving and going. So let's do that. Here we go.
Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come move your body. Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come move your body. There's no fire without smoke. I ain't letting you go. I can see you buzzing like you There's no fire when it's broken. Let it go, go. Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come move your body. Come on, your body. Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come on, your body. Come on, your body. Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come on, your body. Come on, your body. Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come on, your body. Come on, your body.
Yay! Fun times, fun times, fun times. So I got to tell you something about that. So what I'm going to do is I want to kick my legs out like way further in front of me than what you're supposed to do. I don't want to keep my leg tucked in close to me. So it's really hard for me. It's a challenge. And you can really feel it in your thighs. It's just something new and different. And I was inspired to share it with you guys today. Oh, wow. Let's see. Skiing, Cheryl. Dangerous activity, skiing down mountains in Colorado as a teenager. Ooh, pretty vanilla. Most dangerous thing I've done is ride a roller coaster that I wasn't sure would hold me in. There we go. I have never skied before either. No skiing. Zip lining is dangerous. Yes, I would think maybe it is. I like to think that zip lining is very, very safe and they check those things all the time. And there's no risk at all. None. Ooh, I've never been zip lining. I can't wait to do it. Coming up here soon. So I think my most dangerous activity is roller skating. I used to not think it was dangerous until a few years back when I went roller skating, and everybody's like, aren't you afraid you're going to break a hip? And I'm like, oh, shoot, now I can't do it anymore. Thanks for ruining it for me. Because, yes, I am afraid of that. I don't want to break anything. I am getting older, worried. And how that messed with my head, we're going to talk about later. But welcome. Welcome. I'm so glad. And thanks for sharing all that great information. Roller skating is so much fun. I've never really been good at the outdoor roller skating. I have to go to a skating rink. The whole outdoors thing, I don't know why it's so scary for me to do it outside versus in a skating rink. I'm just weird that way. Feel the fear and do it anyway. So important to do that. It is. It's important to feel the fear and do it anyway. So we're here. We're gathered here today as a community to feel supported and safe for connection, belonging, to help. Somebody might help influence us or motivate us, or we might do the same for someone else to just learn, accept, share, because I think we've all got something to share. I think we can all learn from one another. I don't think anybody knows everything, ever. So that's why we're here, to be this great, wonderful community. This week for the Saturday morning ritual on my website, adventuresofdeanna.com. If you go into the downloads, there's a nice little journal page that you can download, and it's going to have some journal questions on it that you can, as we go through today, kind of journal about during our fun little journaling breaks that we take. There's also a list of like 20 different affirmations that are related to exercise, movement, activity, whatever you want to call it, whatever you're comfortable with calling it. Words are very important. Terminology is important, and we each have to, even when somebody else says a word that isn't necessarily our word, just think our word in our head. It helps to get a good perspective on it. So first up, before we even get into that, but I just wanted to let you know, just in case you wanted to go there and grab it while we're talking about our successes, you could. So there you know. Go to Adventures of Deanna. Under the downloads, you'll find it. Episode 22. So, first up, let's take a look at the victories. What victories did you have this week? Please share. What were your victories this week? What made you feel amazing? What made you feel like a rock star? What made you feel good inside? What were your victories? Should I make a song? I don't know. Misty probably felt the fear and did it anyway. Yes, Misty, go you. Good morning, Marcy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Before you joined us, we shared the most risky activity, like the one that's like they warn you about, you're probably going to get injured, be careful, blah, blah, blah. Did you ever participate in any activities that were like that, where you might get injured? Chances are high. So, thinking about your victories. So, my big victory of this week, without missing a morsel, I tracked every single thing that I ate 7 days straight, which is a victory. I don't always do that. So that is what I am celebrating today. Something I want you guys to think about when you think about your victories. How do they make you feel? How do your victories make you feel? Do you feel triumphant? Do you feel eager, blissful, joyful? Do you feel pleased? Are you satisfied, optimistic, proud, cheerful? How do your victories make you feel? Can you conjure up that feeling in your body the way that your victories make you feel? So we're gonna, yes, lost a little bit more weight. So now I can say I've lost. Wow, that is so excellent. That is so excellent, which brings us to the next part, and we are going to celebrate our rock star of the week. Our rock star of the week. So let's see. Whoop, whoopsie doo. And if I ever get good at this, it'll be a miracle. A miracle. It's you. You're the rock star. You. Whoever you are. You. Look in the mirror. You're the rock star. You're amazing. You're awesome. You're showing up for yourself. You're doing amazing things. You're working on bettering yourself every day, whether it's in the foods that you eat, the activity that you do, or the thoughts that you're thinking. You're a rock star because you're in pursuit of a better, happier you. So, yay! Good for you. Way to go. So, take a second. I'll be back in a minute. Think about your victories. Think about how they make you feel. Here we go. Mm. Mm.
And we can be so much more than who we are, so much more than who we
Well, that was kind of irritating. What did I do? I messed things up. Oh my gosh. It was like a nice, peaceful song, and then like this terrible music came in. Not terrible. I like that song, but it just interrupted things. I'm like wondering if the whole thing is like that now. I messed it up. We'll see. So a short little journaling session there, because that was things like that bother my brain. Things like that bother my brain. I can't concentrate. I can't listen to them. It's hard for me anyway. So yeah, Misty, I threw out a question there. You don't know why I'm struggling with my consistency, I guess. And I was wondering if that's because the consistency is just becoming part of who you are, and it's not really a victory anymore because it is just who you are. You just are consistent. That's who you are now. So it could be that something else, but I just saw you said something. Your victory was listening to your body and not pushing for steps one night this week. So that is a victory, because I know a lot of times, especially when we're doing these steps challenges, we don't want to listen to our body. We want to push forward. We said we have this goal, we want to hit it, and we want to just push ourselves whenever it's not necessarily the best thing for us to do. So listening to our bodies and to put aside a goal is sometimes a huge, huge victory, because it's important to listen to our bodies. Cheryl had a victory. She made it to every appointment this week for Rick and herself. That has to be tiring. Not only just, getting up and going and doing, but the emotional stress that you're going through in order to do all those things. So I think that is huge. I think that's huge in order to do that. So that is a victory. That's amazing. Consistency takes a lot of work, but I consider it more necessary than a victory. Yeah, it's necessary. That's your bare minimum now. That's your bare minimum. Showing up is being consistent. I get it. I get it. I get it. So my least favorite part of the Saturday morning ritual, but I also feel like it is an important part of the Saturday morning ritual, is to look at our pitfalls of the week, our setbacks, our sidesteps, our not so goods, our, things that we're not the happiest about. The reason why it's an important part of reviewing the past week is because there's information there that we can take away from it. There's something that we can learn. There's a way that we can grow. There's something that we can adjust. There's an action to be taken from the whatever it was. Another question I'm going to ask you today is, if you had one of those things, if you had one, how did it make you feel? What can you learn from it? Did it make you feel frustrated, annoyed, depressed, regretful, guilty, shameful, powerless? Any of those feelings come up. Whenever we feel those kind of feelings, they're not the best feelings. And sometimes they can leave us in a place where we just don't want to, we want to give up. We don't want to care anymore, because it's so hard whenever we have to feel those things. But we have to just think about that this is just telling us that there's more for us to learn. There's a place for us to grow. Yes, maybe you've got some fear inside. And like Misty says, we need to just feel the fear and move on. Feel the fear. I can get lazy with consistency if I don't pay attention. I want to constantly add healthier habits. That is awesome. Speaking of which, oh my God. So it's habits. Okay. So whenever you first start drinking, say water, maybe you never drank water before, and you have to start with like the bare minimum of water. Like, I have to remember to just drink 1 glass of water a day, let alone, 8 glasses of water. And then you get good at drinking that 1, and then you up it to 4. And then once you get good at drinking 4 glasses of water, then you got to up it to 8. Consistency is kind of the same thing. At first, we have to just work on showing up for ourselves. And then we have to increase the level that we show up at. So I too is one of those sayings where I can consistently show up. But when I show up, am I pushing myself enough? So one of those things that really brought that to light recently was I've got this amazing trip with some amazing friends planned, and we're going to go hiking. And I'm like, oh man, do I have the stamina that I need? Do I have, am I going to be able to keep up? These questions keep running in my head. And I'm thinking, well, have you been pushing yourself enough in your walks and your runs and your exercise and the activity that you're doing? Have you been, actively pursuing hill walking? Have you been actively pursuing these different challenges that are harder for you in order to build those skills? And whenever I'm really honest with myself, I haven't been putting enough time and effort into that real pushing myself. I've been consistently showing up, but I haven't been consistently showing up for the push, for the drive, for the betterment of myself. So yeah. So we need to set what we're learning from this is that we need to set more goals. How is that measurable? How can we write that into a clear statement? Good morning, Will. Welcome. Thank you. Hey, Will, this is a good question for you. Oh my God, I'm so afraid to hear the answer from this. We were talking today. We were talking about what was the most dangerous activity, like physical activity, like exercise or movement or whatever, where people were like, you're probably going to get hurt. There's a high likelihood that if you take part in that kind of activity for fun, that you're going to get hurt. So, Will, what was your activity that you've done? No, right? Everything Will does is dangerous. This man saves people from mountains. Seriously. If you don't know who Will is, you need to check him out. Anyway, he's amazing. He's pretty amazing. Everything he does is dangerous. So, exercise redefined. Finding, that's the time. Oh, wait. I can't. I'm jumping ahead of myself. We're going to take a minute, and I want you to think about your setbacks, your pitfalls, something that you're not doing great, that you can improve on. Think about how they make you feel and what you can learn from it. High angle rope rescue is pretty dangerous. I would agree with that. Think about your setbacks for a minute. We're going to be back, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to just kind of ponder this question, write some feelings down on paper or in your head or whatever you want to do. 1 second.
You can make it too.
What do you know?
If not says you can make it too. If not says you can make it. You had great patience, but something knocked you out. You felt your limitations and filled your mind with doubt. You wanna stay chill right now and don't let your eyes off the prize. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard down. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that. Have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. If not says you can make it too. If not says you can make it.
Yay! Excellent day. Okay, now it's the part in Saturday morning ritual where we get to talk about our fun, and we're talking about finding fun and fulfillment in movement. So I think this is a topic that is sometimes has mixed emotions whenever we talk about exercise. And there are people who think differently about exercise. Some find that it's a joyous activity. It's something that you look forward to with excitement. But for others out there, it's not like that. It's something you dread. It sends shivers down your spine, makes you want to retreat under the covers. It's just not something that you look forward to. Some common attitudes toward exercise. Do you ever find yourself avoiding it like the plague? Maybe perhaps you've used it as a form of punishment, a grueling task that you must endure because you feel that you're not measuring up. Does the guilt of neglecting yourself weigh heavy on your mind, leaving you feeling sad or frustrated or angry? It could be that you find that exercise is the price you have to pay, a form of self-inflicted torture for not meeting certain expectations. And sometimes whenever we let all that get to us, we start to feel panicked. We feel pressured. And we just push ourselves in the exercise and in the activity. But once that pressure kind of goes away and subsides, so does your motivation does too. Have you ever found yourself in that kind of situation? I know that for me, it was just something I would avoid. I would just avoid it because, and I can pretty much let it all back to gym class, high school gym class. Yay, thank you. High school gym class. Never my favorite. But I remember there was like this one day we had to run a mile. So of course there's the whole changing in the locker room thing, which I was never a fan of either. But all we had to do was run a mile, 4 laps around the track, just 4 little laps around the track. Well, I wasn't a big runner, and I was probably like one of the slowest people there. And I'm, huffing and I'm puffing and I'm breathing, and my face is beet red, and people were laughing, and I felt like they were laughing at me. And at the end of the day, I felt hurt. I felt shame. I felt embarrassed. And it just wasn't a good feeling. And why would I want to bring that upon myself ever again? If that's, one of my strongest memories about activity, there's no wonder why I do not like running to this day. It is not an activity that I find enjoyable, that I want to pursue, it's just not something that interests me. But maybe it's because of those deep-rooted emotions and feelings that I suffered back in the day. And I let that hold me back. I let that hold me back. Not just one of those people that enjoys running. This cat is just all, go away, cat, go away. Sorry, this cat. Anyway, this cat distracted me. I was in band, so I never even considered exercise to be, I never even thought about it. Wow. I was in band, so we didn't have to do gym marching for hours, and the heat was oh wow. There you go. Hey, thanks, Becky. It's good to see you. The lack of maintaining a certain level of fitness bugs me. Like it can be a thing. It can be a real thing. So I was talking about my running and how I don't like running. It's just, that's like something that I tell myself over and over and over again because of something that happened back in the day. And it's just like this little self-talk monster that, and then I can make it bigger. I can catastrophize the whole situation. This is torture. I'm weak. I'm never going to be good enough. Have you ever said these things to yourself? Have you ever talked to yourself like that? Ever talk to yourself like that? I'll never be able to do it. It's so weak. It's not good enough. I just wanted to talk about that today because, and bring it back to what we were talking about last week. Self-awareness. Be aware. Are these thoughts coming in your head? Are you thinking these things? And then we need to have self-compassion. Yeah, that was something I used to think. Yeah, I heard that before. And then we need to set in that self-belief. But it's something I can do. I believe that I can learn this. I believe with practice, I'll get better. I believe that was something that somebody told me once upon a time, but I don't have to believe it anymore. So, what's your relationship with exercise? What emotions come up with you? How can you shift towards a more positive and a more empowering mindset? How can we do that? How can we do that? So, for me, one of the ways that I do that is I don't like to participate in necessarily traditional. I like to just dance around my house. Like, that's one of my best things that I can do. I can get my heart rate up. I can get my heart rate going by doing that. I love to go for walks because I love going out in nature. I like boating, like in a canoe and kayaks. It's peaceful. It's there. There's not really a wrong. Well, there is a wrong way to do it. I've seen plenty of people do it wrong, but it's just fun. It's just like getting out there and adventuring and doing. It's not where I'm being judged or graded or criticized for it. I'm just getting out and having a good time. And oh wait, look, I'm using my muscles while I do it too. So that's why we are such more critical of ourselves than we are others. 100%, 100%. We have to have more self-compassion. I like to exercise at home because I know at home, I don't have to worry about any of that. And I can achieve the level of activity that I want to do at home. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to go anywhere. And the internet makes it so easy. You can join workout classes where you don't even have to be on camera. You can do YouTube videos where you can follow along and learn all. Right before I was learning belly dance. Now, it'll get your heart rate going. It'll get your heart rate going. It also works your mind whenever you're doing new activities that have you move in a way that you're not used to moving. This mind-body connection, it really amps it up. Really amps it up. So I just love it. I can't wait for spring so I can work outside in the flower beds and plant a vegetable garden. Oh my gosh, such exercise. Whenever you're like the squats involved and then the digging in the dirt, like awesome, amazing activities. And it's fun to like right now make a plan for it. Get excited about it. Draw out what your garden bed is going to look at. It's fun to just kind of think about what things are going to be. It's this anticipation that makes it, really, really joyful. I love anticipation. It's such a motivator. It's like, oh my gosh, spring's right around the corner. I'm going to be out in the vegetable garden and I'm going to be doing all of these squats and bending over. Well, I haven't moved my body like that in a few months, so maybe I should start doing some exercises so that whenever it's time to do those things, my body's ready for it. Because whenever you take months off and then you start moving in those ways, it's hard on your body. It's hard on your body. So if we remember, we got to be limber and ready to go for these fun, springtime activities. What other fun springtime activities are we looking forward to? I'm so looking forward to spring. Walking around the house and being able to catch up on shows, reading, and chores at the same time is a great alternative until I can get outside again. Yes. Did you get snow? Did you have snow last night, Lori, or is it coming in today? So, looking forward to hiking some new spots. Love hiking new spots. So much fun. So much fun. If you look, there's like so many exercises that you can do at home before like traditional hiking season starts to make sure that you're keeping your body in the right form for those activities. Just Google them, look for them. You can do them. I don't like running. I want to like running. That's going to be a work in progress because there's so many bad emotions that are tied with that. One thing that has really helped me to get past that is actually feeling those feelings. So I am a person who, as a coping mechanism, didn't allow myself to feel the feelings. I didn't process those feelings. I would just stuff them down with food. I would just stuff them down. There's no feelings. If I journal them out and I write them down and I feel those feelings and I let go of them and just let it all go, it's somewhat therapeutic. It feels better. It's like, yeah, that happened and it was terrible and I didn't like it. But it doesn't need to prevent me from bettering myself, from becoming better, from participating in activities that I want to participate in. So 4 to 5 inches, that's how much we got too. Trying to hike myself. And there's like hiking is, I love hiking. I just find it just to be out in nature because I live in the city center. To get out in nature is healing and feels good and is renewing. So that's why I really enjoy hiking. Plus, I find it, especially where I live, we've got a lot of challenging hills. So those inclines, man. And then maybe someday it'll move into something a little bit more challenging hikes where you actually have to climb up and over stuff and all kinds of stuff. Looking forward to see how that progresses over the years. It should be cool. Anticipation. I love anticipation. So find something that you like. There are so many activities out there. Swimming. Some people don't like swimming. They're like, nope, never going to swim. Not going to do it because of something that, might have happened earlier on in their life. Maybe there's something there that needs to be processed. Whatever it is. Great mental boost. Yes. You can feel it. Everybody's like, come on, spring, let's go. Feel your feelings. Don't eat your feelings. It's so hard for me to feel my feelings. It's like, come on. It's okay. You are safe. You can do this. I got a video coming out on feeling my feelings. It'll tell you guys all about that coming up in the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to save the whole explanation for now. Write down a list of activities that you're interested in trying out and then give them another try. Because just once upon a time, I did not like Brussels sprouts. And then I tried them again and I liked them. Maybe that activity is like my Brussels sprouts. I didn't like it, but now I do. Just every step, every movement. It's a celebration of you and of your strength and of your resilience and your growth. Remember that when you're doing it, because that's pretty amazing. So, some affirmations. I gave you a list of affirmations for the people out there that are like, no to the exercise. On that little journaling page, it's on my website, adventuresofdeanna.com. The last page is a list of affirmations. So my body is capable of amazing things, and I honor it with every movement. Each step I take brings me closer to my health and wellness goals. I move with grace, strength, and intention. Every breath I take fuels my body with energy and vitality. Movement is a gift to myself, a celebration of what my body can do. I am in tune with my body's needs, and I honor them through movement. With each stretch and bend, I release tension and invite relaxation. Oh, doesn't that just feel good? That feels good. I embrace the rhythm of life, moving with flow and ease. My movement is a reflection of my inner strength and resilience. I welcome the opportunity to connect mind, body, and spirit through movement. So you guys can read through the rest of them. You guys can read. Oh, yay, we're going to go all visible. Yes, yes, yes. Swim in lakes or the ocean. My mom accidentally dropped in the lake and I was laying on the lake bed. She couldn't find me at first. So it's only pools where I know I can touch. I can understand that. Man, whenever I was out when I lived in Florida, I was out there with a friend and we're swimming in the ocean and there's like this riptide like pulled us under and I like flipped and flipped and flipped and I kept hitting my head on the ocean floor. I mean, the water wasn't very tall at all. And then by the time we were able to like catch ourselves, we were like way down the beach, way, way, way down the beach. And it was so hard to like get back to the shore because we were just so tired. We're really lucky that something more worse didn't happen, but it was not fun, but it also didn't stop me from going back in the ocean. I was just a lot more careful. Hiking in new areas kind of scares me, especially after hearing stories. And here I am, the crazy person who will go out and get lost in the woods by myself. That's just me. I shouldn't do that, but we'll hike and then I want to use that orange barbell. Okay, there we go. Well, you can just carry the orange barbell during the hike. There we go. Just joking. Anyway, so let's take a moment and let's plan ahead. Let's plan ahead. Let's plan ahead. Maybe we want to plan ahead, not just for the week ahead. So there was like a few ideas that I heard out there for the week ahead. Like, how can we plan on increasing our stamina in the next week? What are some goals that we can try and attain the next week with regard to our stamina? What are some things we can plan for the week ahead? They're going to help us for activities that we want to do in the spring. Let's take a minute. Let's ponder because you have all the answers. They're right there in your head. You know what they are. Your intuition will tell you. Your gut will tell you. So let's think about it for a second. How can I move forward? How can I do this? Let's think about it. What about and some questions that maybe we can ask ourselves also are, do I have any resistance to this exercise? How can I enjoy it and make it a part of my life? Maybe you want to ponder those questions. Anyway, let's do that and then I'll be back.
Took some time, but we pointed out that tomorrow isn't here right now, baby. An absent mind came to roam around. Captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear when the shadows are lit, I'm ready to go. take the lead, I'm ready to go. Bumps in the road, many obstacles. But when we fall, we get up and go, baby. The way they think is paradoxical. Captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear in the shadows I lit, I'm ready to go. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Let's face it, we only got this life to live out. So follow me, I'm ready to go. I'll take the lead, I'm ready to go.
I'm so ready to go. I am ready. I'm ready to get my steps in. Got this big steps challenge. We only got couple weeks left. Steps challenge. We got to get our steps in. So many amazing goals that I'm working on, and I hope that you have amazing goals that you're working on too. And I hope that, by being compassionate with yourself, by being aware of what feelings that you feel about different things and how maybe these beliefs that you created once upon a time, maybe they're limiting you. Maybe those beliefs aren't the best beliefs for you to have. You can change those beliefs at any time. It's something that you can change. It's not set in stone. So ponder it as the week goes on. Do you have any limiting beliefs regarding exercise? Like you're not good enough, like you're too weak, you'll never measure up, you're not good at these kind of things. Maybe you just haven't given yourself the real opportunity to show what you're capable of. I believe in you. I think you're capable. How can you make this activity, movement, an enjoyable part of your life, something that you really look forward to? It's so much more fun whenever you enjoy it, whenever you look forward to it. And there's an activity out there for you. There's such a variety. When you were a little kid, 4, 5, 6, I bet you couldn't wait to move your body. You're just a little wiggle work all the time. You wanted to move. Your body wants to continue that. And there's a way for you to do it. You just got to get out there and believe in yourself and start working on it. Right? 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 Are you with me? All the hearts, all the emojis, all the things. Anyway, that's it for this week. I want you to stay curious, stay determined, and until next time, keep writing, keep exploring what those thoughts are, and keep losing those pounds. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, you know what? It's going to be the most wonderful adventure ever. Where's my music? Why isn't it playing? Who knows? Anyway, thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all the things. Bye.
Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come move your body. Hey, come move your body.